Hey YouTube, happy Saturday. Well, you know what? I think this Chicago Police Department, District Attorney, and or the grand jury in Chicago are actually making me change my opinion on this Mollett case. Now, initially, I was with the police. I said, this man put the city through all that just for selfish reasons. It was wrong, and it is wrong. We all know it's wrong. But they didn't charge this man with 16 counts, 16 felonies. 16 felonies. I don't think it warrants all that, what he did. So it's making me kind of more side with Jussie. I don't want to see this man railroaded, put in jail. We can say right now, well, they'll make a deal. He'll end up on probation. But how many black folks we've seen, you get before this court system and we get surprised in the other direction, is worse than we thought it was. The punishment doesn't fit the crime. Now, Jussie Smollett, he hasn't killed nobody. And people kill up people all the time, especially in Chicago. He hasn't killed nobody. He hasn't beat nobody up. He hasn't spousal abused nobody. He hasn't stolen anything. I think they're getting a little carried away with the thing with charging him in this way. However, it turns out we did want the man to maybe get slapped, but we don't want him beaten up, abused. 16 felony counts. So if we got all the way to the court and this man's lawyers failed and Jussie stuck with this damn story, what if they found him guilty on nine felonies? How are they going to give him probation on 9 felonies? What he did was wrong, but I think what that city is doing to him is wrong as well. Now, a little bit of time has passed. I've softened a bit. I said, well, if Jussie would just come clean, if he could just find it in his soul to have a press conference or however they do it, get himself in front of the American public and apologize for what he did and just say what he did. If he felt like he was under the influence of something or he had been hooked on something, if it is the truth, just tell it. I think people will still have compassion for Jussie Smollett because it's not a violent crime. Now, people are still pissed off a little bit, but it's beginning to soften. So when I see these people swoop in on him and try to charge him like that, and the thing that, how much more is he supposed to be punished? He's got Garagos, one of OJ's lawyers, who ain't cheap, on CNN trying to continue this lie. Now, the lie is what got him in all this trouble. More lies is not going to make it any better. I don't know what Garagos is charging this dude, but Jussie Smollett is going to be broke after this. He's going to be broke. His reputation is taking a knockdown. His family's been embarrassed. His show he's been taken off the show, so he's lost his employment. Apparently, he felt like he wanted and needed more money. Now he's got no money at all. Lawyers are going to clean up whatever's left. At some point, this man has suffered enough, I believe. I don't think we should go playing with trusting in these courts. Oh, they're going to drop all the charges. Oh, they're going to do this. You don't know what the people are going to do. I thought they were going to charge him with the original count, which was one count of, I got to get my counts together. One count of filing a false police report. That in turn to 16 felonies. Usually when they have a murder case, they have 1, 2, 3 counts, 4 counts. The punishment should fit the crime. We cannot trust that these people are going to get him before the court and say, okay, we charge you with all these accounts. Will you plead to 3 counts? And then trust that they're going to let him go. We don't know that. They can get that man in there and completely ruin his life. Now, if he had went on a shooting rampage or something like that, then yes, his life should be ruined forever. I don't think this warrants that. Jussie Smollett, if you run into these videos, I know occasionally people do run into them. Occasionally, you know, it's because it's all name-based on YouTube. Come clean, tell the truth. You got that handsome face, you get in front of that camera and you just tell the truth what happened. And people will forgive you. I know, I believe in my heart, people will forgive you if you tell the truth. But if you continue to lie, they're going to hate you. That's just the way it is. People don't like being lied to. You can turn public opinion, then you can be treated fairly. But to go over there having Gary, he could only keep a straight face on CNN. Anderson Cooper couldn't keep a straight face when Garrigo's was trying to tell him this thing about the evidence and the proof and all that kind of stuff. If you come that way, because those are lawyers, okay? They're always going to tell you to fight. Why? That's their paycheck. That's how they make a living. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. That keeps them in front of the cameras. That keeps them pumping your bank accounts, whatever's left. Your family, people got to mortgage their houses, trying to defend this lie, making this lie huger and huger and huger. And now you didn't end up with, I think if you would have came clean earlier, you wouldn't have been charged with 16 counts of whatever it is, following the false police report. This thing is blown up out of your control, and you need to apologize to everybody. Just apologize. Just tell the truth. What is so goddamn wrong? What is so wrong with telling the truth? You haven't killed nobody. You're not going to be thrown under the jail because you told the truth. Just tell the truth. There's some evidence that he was using drugs. I don't know how this Molly thing works. That came after my time out there. But if that affects your mind, if you feel like that's what the problem was, then yeah, you probably will have to go to the drug program. Call from the program. I'm in treatment. And just tell the people the truth. And they will fall in love with you. Believe me. Fall down on your sword. They will fall in love with you again. Jussie Smollett. You can still salvage that career, I believe. I don't believe you'll salvage it by going in the place lying more. I think they hit you with the 16. They're trying to break you. And you need to be broken. Just lay it down. This thing has gone on too long. Then they're going to have this long trial, but all the lawyers are going to be paid. That's what they do. They're not giving you the best advice for you. They're giving the best advice for them. This is a whole year's salary. I can get out of this one. People mortgaging their houses, you know. Your family have to chip in. For what? We know you're lying. Everybody knows it. A lie is not the worst thing in the world. But that really hurt me when I heard that they were charging you like that. Considering all the kind of crime that goes on in Chicago, you the one ends up with 16 felony counts. That's wrong. They should not crucify you. Like they told the Lord, Hosanna, they all loved you. On a dime, they switched. Crucify him. Hang him. That's what it feels like. But you can turn that back around. Because I saw in my own comments and the comments of other people in social media, when they did that, it was a mistake. Because they started to say, well, don't do a guy like that. I mean, he didn't deserve that. They softened. All you got to do is apologize, in my opinion. Let the courts do what they're going to do. You need to come clean. Don't plead not guilty. Plead guilty. I mean, let the lawyers earn their keep and get you the best deal possible. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't continue this lying. See, even if you won with the lies, you will come out, that's a liar. People will still hate you. That's how people are. They will still hate you, even though you got off. I don't think you need that. And you'll be broke. Matter of fact, you're probably going to be broke anyway. Empire may get picked up for syndication at some point. I don't know if you have any part of that. But your rising rocket has crashed, man. All right, so I'm just giving you my 2 cents. I'm hoping this man will come clean. make a video, do a press conference, however they do it, get all these lawyers off your back and say, no, I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to tell the truth. Just go and tell the truth. You will have sympathy, believe me. People will be able to sympathize. Give them a little bit of the reason why I did this. Whatever it is, everybody's looking at you. They're going to be picking it apart. And if you're telling the truth, you win. You win. Okay, Chicago police, I guess it's not the police's decision how to charge people. Their job is to catch you, provide all the evidence, and they've done their job. So we're not pissed off at the Chicago Police Department. The DA, I think, makes the decision as to if you'll be charged or not. It's between the DA and the grand jury. The grand jury may recommend, and the DA actually ignited. So I don't know who to blame, but Chicago system. Let's not crucify this man who's committed a nonviolent crime. That ain't right either. It's wrong too. Later.